Green flag in the air. We're underway here in heat race number 1 for the USRA factory stocks. Side by side for the lead. Hamilton on the outside. Davis down on the inside. Side by side still for that lead. And I wasn't expecting this here in the early going. Already a 2-groove racetrack here in the early going in the very first heat race of the night here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Hamilton on the outside, now with about a car length advantage over Chris Davis. Brendan Marshall in that U81 runs in third, and the 71M of Tommy McKinley runs in fourth. You see a little dust coming off the track. We're going to have a great racetrack tonight here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. As Hamilton has checked out, now McKinley jumps between 2 cars, taking a peek to the outside for that second spot over there in turn number 3, now 4. Do a little beating and banging, ain't nobody hurt, we're good. As the number 1 car, Walter Hamilton, with about a 10-car length advantage over Tommy McKinley running in second. White flag in the air. White flag in the air one more time around Devil's Bowl Speedway for Walter Hamilton in that number 1 car. Tommy McKinley out now all alone in second. The U81 of Brendan Marshall runs third with Chris Davis in the number 98 running in fourth. Checkered flag. Your winner, the number 1W, Walter Hamilton. Second spot goes to the 71M of Tommy McKinley. Third, the U81 of Brendan Marshall. And fourth, going to the 98 of Chris Davis. Rounding out the top 5 is a 22 car of Jerry Cowart. That's the way they finish up heat race number 1 for your USRA factory stocks. On the gas in turn number 1. Now down the back straightaway, Dustin Thomas at the point. A little tap from the 6N. Oh, the 8 gets into the back of the 6M. And both of them go around. Or both of them come to a stop. Caution on the speedway. All right, here we go. Dustin Thomas on that point. Keith Jackson challenging for the lead down the back straightaway. He's got it. The K13 of Shane King trying to come along. Side by side for second spot. Dustin Thomas at 17T now. Shane King in second. He says, hey, I want to go for the lead. Shane King in that K13. Side by side for the lead over here in 3. Now coming off turn number 4. Shane King in the K13 out in front with Keith Jackson running in second. Rick Murray and that number 8 car takes a peek to the outside trying to pick up the second spot. He might have it. Coming off turn number 4. He's got it. Not by much, though. Only by about a bumper. Jackson fights back to the inside, but Rick Murray now with the advantage as they go down the back straightaway. Murray now all alone in second. Oh, gets a little sideways over there in 4. White flag out. White flag out. One more time around for the K13 of Shane King. Last lap of heat race number 2. Shane King off at turn number 4. The K13 brings it home in the top spot. Rick Murray in the 8 finishes in second. Third goes to the 25J of Keith Jackson. And fourth going to be the 85X. That's going to be Dustin Choate. Limited modifieds. The 43B will be Billy Byerton out of Greenville on the front row pole position. Outside will be the 41JR of Seth McMacken. Second row will be the 15B of Thomas Blackwell out of Crandall, and the 36 of Kenneth Reed out of Mesquite. Third row, the 93 of Mike Griner out of Crosby, and the 20D of Rowdy Day. Fourth row will be the 22M of Gregory Muirhead out of Maybank, and the 1 of Chase Raymond. Here we go. Billy Byerton out of Greenville, out in front. Oh, watch out, Chase Raymond. And the number 93 of Mark Griner getting together. I think it's more of the 93 getting into the number 1. Billy Byerton continues to lead. Thomas Blackwell in that 15B runs a distant second. Then it's quite a few car lengths back to the 41M of Seth McMacken, or 41JR, excuse me, of Seth McMacken runs in third. Fourth, the 22M, that's Gregory Muirhead. And rounding out the top 5, it's the 20D of Rowdy Day. White flag in the air one more time around for the 43B of Billy Byerton. Final lap, heat race number 1 for the Buckmeyer Motorsports USRA Limited Modified. Checkered flag. Your winner, the 43B of Billy Byerton. Second spot going to the 15B of Thomas Blackwell. Third, the 41JR of Seth McMacken. Fourth, the 22M of Gregory Muirhead. And rounding out the top 5, the 20D of Rowdy Day. Heat race number 2 rolling out onto the Speedway. Luttrell. And that number 11. Leads him the 23M of Jimmy Day running in second with Stephen Ashcraft in that 56, challenging for the second spot as they head down into turn number 1. Josh Graham running in 4th. Blake Haslett rounding out the top 5. Here in heat race number 2 for the Buckmeyer Motorsports USRA Limited Modifieds. Two laps to go. Heat race number 2. Luttrell in at number 11. Bobbles just a hair coming off turn number 2. And the 23M of Jimmy Day made up a couple of car lengths going down the back straightaway. White flag in the air. Let's see if there's a problem with the 11 of Luttrell as Jimmy Day takes a peek once again to the outside, and it looks like Eric Luttrell just trying to protect the bottom side of the racetrack. But this time, Jimmy Day on the outside for the lead. Here they come. They might touch just a hair. Oh, that wall coming up quick. Checkered flag, your winner. The 11 car of Eric Luttrell. Jimmy Day in that 23 finishes in 2nd. Stephen Ashcraft in the number 56 winds up in 3rd. Josh Graham in the 15 4th. And Brandon Williams and the number 5 winds up 5th. A modified dash to set the lineup for the feature for the modifieds. Green flag out. 500 to win in that modified dash, courtesy of Terry Jordan. Kevin Rowland starts on that front row, already with about a 5-car length advantage over Brian Gunwall in the 58 car. Kevin Rowland out in front, Brian Gunwall in 2nd. Ross Malone in that 2CC is 3rd. Kyle K 4th, and Troy Tyndall in the 98. Now he's in 4th. Put the 15 car of Kyle K back to 5th. As Kevin Rowland continues to lead. Gunwall in that 58X running in 2nd, not able to do anything with the leader. Keeps falling back as the 4R of Kevin Rowland. Continues to lead. The 2CC Ross Malone still right there in 3rd. Troy Tyndall in 98 runs in 4th. And rounding out the top 5, the 101 of Tyson Dixon. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go here in heat race number 1. White Horse Tuning and Dyno USRA Modifieds. White flag in the air, white flag in the air. Checkered flag. Your winner, the 4R, Kevin Rowland. 2nd spot going to the 58X of Brian Gunwall. 3rd, the 2CC of Ross Malone. 4th, the 98 of Troy Tyndall, and rounding out the top 5, the 101 of Tyson Dixon. 3 wide down the front straightaway. Johnny Philpott, not wasting any time. Johnny Philpott Jr. and that number 12 out in front. Jack Sarton and that number 47 drifts high over here in turn number 4, trying to reel him in. Junior Styles in the 316 runs in third. As Sarton now challenging for the lead coming off turn number 2. Got a little sideways, had to let out of it. Straighten it back up. He'll try once again over here in 3 and 4. Side by side off turn number 4 for the lead. They touch just a hair. Sarton can't get the pass done. Johnny Philpott Jr. hanging on to the top spot. Jack Sarton dives down to the bottom once again. This time he might have it. He does. Gets a great bite coming off turn number 2. New leader as they go into turn number 3. Johnny Philpott once again takes a peek to the outside, and he might have it back coming off turn number 4. Jack Sarton in the number 47. Leads them down the back straightaway. Johnny Philpott Jr. in the 12. Runs in second. And here comes Jason Ingalls. Winner here at Devil's Bowl Speedway earlier this season. And that number 12. Trying to reel in the 12 of Johnny Philpott Jr. down the back straightaway. Looks like he's a hair quicker. White flag in the air, white flag in the air. The race for second. Philpott Jr. and the number 12 has it. Ingalls trying to take it away in that number 12. Off turn number 4 down the front straightaway, your winner, the 47 car, Jack Sarton, second spot. Going to the number 12 car of Johnny Philpott Jr., third, the 12X of Jason Ingalls. Fourth, going to be the 64 car of Casey Fowler. And rounding out the top 5, it's going to be the 316 of Junior Styles. Three wide for a second, Max Eddie Thomas. Down on the bottom side of that racetrack. As Jack Sarton out in front in that 4R. Kevin Rowland running in second. Kobe O'Neill. Feeling the heat from the 82 of Max Eddie Thomas. Max Eddie Thomas now runs in fourth. Jason Ingalls in that 12 car up to third. This will set your lineup for the feature coming up tonight here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. So if you pass them now, you don't have to pass them later. Jack Sarton out in front. Ingalls making it work on the outside up to second. Jason Ingalls. Sarton down on the bottom, white flag in the air, white flag. This is for $500. $500 to the winner, Ingalls on the outside. Jack Sarton side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. Ingalls in that 12 car in the 12X. On the outside of the Speedway, here they come. Checkered flag in the air. Your winner, the 12X of Jason Ingalls. Wow. Second spot going to the 47 of Jack Sart. How'd you like that, race fans? Started third row outside and came all the way to the front, the 12X of Jason Ingalls. He'll start on the pole position for the feature later on tonight here at Devil's Bowl. Side-by-side start coming off turn number 4. Tommy Davis Jr. in that 17. On the outside, the K13 of Shane King. Down on the inside. Great racetrack here at Devil's Bowl tonight. Kevin Haslip in that number 74 trying to clear the K13. He does. Here comes Walter Hamilton in that 1W. And down on the bottom side of the racetrack is a 71M of Tommy McKinley. McKinley using the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to get up to second. He's got it. Now Walter Hamilton moves down to the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to make up some ground on the 74. He's up to third. Looking for more down the back straightaway. Tommy Davis Jr. up high in that number 17. Tommy McKinley down low with a 1W of Walter Hamilton right there. 3 drivers going after the top spot. McKinley down on the bottom side. Can't make the move coming off turn number 2. Hamilton looking on the outside of the number 17. Tommy Davis Jr. said, hey, I'm moving down to the bottom side of the racetrack. These guys are pretty fast down there. He was taking the long way around on the top side. So he moves down, and now with about a car length advantage as they go down the back straightaway. Once again, opens the door. Here we go, side by side for the lead. McKinley down to the inside. Tommy Davis Jr. on the outside. McKinley trying to make the move. Nose to tail, top 3, coming off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Tommy Davis Jr. in the 17, the 71M of Tommy McKinley, and the 1 car of Walter Hamilton. Hamilton trying to make that outside groove work. Hamilton now down to the inside trying to pick up the second spot. He's got it. He gets some good bite coming off of turn number 2 up to second. Tommy Davis Jr. trying to protect the bottom. Walter Hamilton right there in second. Tommy McKinley, he's not going anywhere. He's still in the mix for the win right here in third. Tommy Davis Jr. And he can see that 1W to the outside. As Tommy Davis Jr. continues to block the bottom. And now Walter Hamilton, it's a drag race down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Hamilton. Oh, they came close. They didn't even touch, but they came close. Top 3. Nose to tail. Hamilton once again taking a peek to the outside. Can't do anything with the 17 of Tommy Davis Jr. Tommy Davis Jr. goes high, opens the door. Walter Hamilton, new leader going down the back straightaway. Tommy Davis once again goes high. Walter Hamilton to the point. Tommy Davis Jr. in second. Tommy McKinley right there in third. 4 laps to go, 4 laps to go. Walter Hamilton out in front. Tommy McKinley and Tommy Davis Jr. side by side for that second spot. Crowding each other, looking for that moisture, that traction on the racetrack. Tommy Davis Jr. hanging on to the second spot. Two laps to go, 2 laps to go here in the feature for the factory stocks. Now with about a 4-car length advantage, the 1W of Walter Hamilton starting to check out on the 17 of Tommy Davis Jr. and the 71M of Tommy McKinley. Kevin Haslip still hanging on to that 4th spot. Brendan Marshall in the U81 rounding out the top 5. White flag in the air for the 1W of Walter Hamilton. Off turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Checkered flag in the air for the 1W of Walter Hamilton. Tommy Davis Jr. in the number 17 comes home in second. Third, the 71M of Tommy McKinley. Fourth, Brendan Marshall in the U81. And rounding out the top 5 is the 74 car of Kevin Haslip. 6th spot goes to the 85X of Justin Choate. 7th, the 123 of Brett Jensen. 8th, the 23 of Don Jensen. Looking for the side-by-side start coming off turn number 4. Green flag is out. Little beating and banging. Problems for Kirkendall in that 33. You're outside. Started in the second position, going to the back in a hurry. As the 22M of Gregory Muirhead out in front. Wally Beatty won here last week here at Devil's Bowl Speedway, runs in second. Problems for the 20D here at the back of the pack. And here's the 25C. Tommy Davis Jr., that was your driver swap. Doing double duty. Gregory Muirhead and that 22M. Out of Maybank. Leads them off turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Wally Beatty in second. Tommy Davis Jr. running in third. The 18S of Cody Smith, your feature winner last night here at Devil's Bowl, runs in fourth. Thomas Blackwell fifth with Jimmy Day in sixth and Billy Bryart in seventh. Gregory Muirhead continues to lead. Tommy Davis Jr. continues to work that outside groove. Wally Beatty continues to hang on to that second spot, but he can see the 25C to his outside as they're searching for some moisture out there on the bottom side of the racetrack. Tommy Davis Jr., the race for second. He's on the outside. He looks ahead now, but here comes Wally Beatty powering back on the inside, still hanging on to that second spot as they go down the front straightaway. Cody Smith now getting into the mix in that 18S. So second, third, and fourth, you can throw a blanket over them as they come off turn number 2. Wally Beatty protecting the bottom. Tommy Davis Jr. using the outside. And Gregory Muirhead says, hey, y'all just keep racing back there, as he keeps leading laps here in the feature event for the Buckmeyer Motorsports USRA Limited Modifieds. Cody Smith in that number 18S. Now he's kind of fallen back a few spots, or a few car lengths, I should say, in that fourth position. As Wally Beatty in the 25C of Tommy Davis Jr. to continue to go after each other for that second spot. Little lap traffic directly in front of the leader, Gregory Muirhead. Let's see how he negotiates the 36 car of Kenneth Reed. He goes down to the bottom. Kenneth Reed goes to the top. So he clears the lap car, the 36 of Kenneth Reed. Let's see how it plays out for second as they close in on the 36 car with 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Wally Beatty all alone in second now. He clears the 36 of Kenneth Reed. This time by, there's your white flag. White flag one more time around for Gregory Muirhead. He's led since the drop of the green flag. All he's got to do is complete this lap. $1,000 going to the winner. Off turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Checkered flag. Your winner, the 22M of Gregory Muirhead. Second spot going to the 75 of Wally Beatty. Third, the 25C of Tommy Davis Jr. Fourth, the 18S of Cody Smith. Rounding out the top 5 is the 23M of Jimmy Day. Sixth went to the 43B of Billy Brierton. Seventh, here he is, race fans, your winner, the 22M, Gregory Muirhead. Seventh spot went to the 15B of Thomas Blackwell, and eighth, the 56 of Stephen Ashcraft. We're underway in the White Horse Tuning and Dyno USRA Modified feature here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Final race of the USRA weekend event here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. And Jason Ingalls is out in front. Jack Sarton in that number 47 runs in second. The 88 Triple X of Clyde Dunn Jr. in fourth, side by side for fourth with Kevin Rowland in the 4R, and the 8 car of Skip O'Neill, the skipper. Clyde Dunn Jr. goes high. Skip O'Neill gets under him for third. Clyde Dunn Jr. goes to fourth. Kevin Rowland rounding out the top 5. Max Eddie Thomas in 6th. Kobe O'Neill 7th. Johnny Philpott Jr. in 8th, but trying to wrestle the 7th spot away from the 8C of Kobe Stubblefield, or Kobe O'Neill. Jack Sarton, that number 47 runs in second. Jason Ingalls in the 12X. in that top spot. Problems for Clyde Dunn Jr. once again off the track. Loses a couple of spots. Max Eddie Thomas in the 82 giving the 4R a little pop in the back bumper, saying, hey, I'm here. Clyde Dunn Jr. now taking a peek again to the outside. Clyde Dunn Jr. now finding some grip on the outside. Up to fourth in the 88 car. He has definitely found something on the outside of the racetrack. Jason Ingalls continues to lead. Jack Sarton in second, Skip O'Neill third, Clyde Dunn Jr. fourth, Kevin Rowland rounding out the top five, but he's feeling the pressure from the 82 of Max Eddie Thomas. Ingalls now getting into a little lap traffic. Puts the 45 of Frank Rose a lap down. Now the 128 of John Henry goes a lap down. Ingalls continues to pull away. Jack Sarton continues to hang on to that second spot in the number 47. Skip O'Neill runs in third. Now trying to make a challenge over here with a little bit of lap traffic in front of the second, third place cars of Jack Sarton. And Skip O'Neill in fourth, the 88 of Clyde Dunn Jr. Directly in front of the leader, we got him racing side by side. Let's see if they hold him up enough to let Jack Sarton at number 47 close down on Jason Ingalls. Ingalls off turn number 4. That's first place. Here's second place, the 47 of Jack Sarton. Third, the 8 of Skip O'Neill. Fourth, the 88 Triple X of Clyde Dunn Jr. Ingalls started on the front row, pole position. He won the dash, $500 in the dash. And now leading here in the feature. Nose to tail for that second spot. Jack Sarton in the 47. The skipper, Skip O'Neill, dives hard down into turn number 3, trying to put the slide job on with a white flag in the air. White flag in the air. The field taking the white flag. Ingalls working in turn number 3. Now coming off turn number 4. Here he is, Devil's Bowl Speedway. Checker flag, your winner, Jason Ingalls in the 12X. So your winner, making his way off turn number 4. Here he is, Devil's Bowl Speedway, your White Horse Tuning and Dyno USRA Modified Feature winner, to the 12X of Jason Ingalls. Second spot goes to the 47 of Jack Sarton. Third, the 8 of Skip O'Neill. Fourth, the 88 XXX of Clyde Dunn Jr. Fifth, Max Eddie Thomas in the 82. Sixth, the 4R of Kevin Rowland. Seventh, the 8C of Kobe O'Neill. And eighth, Johnny Philpott Jr. That's why they finish up in the feature event for the White Horse Tuning and Dyno USRA Modifieds. Thanks to everyone for coming out for the USRA weekend event. 2 nights of racing here at Devil's Bowl Speedway, Saturday and Sunday.